You've said that the president's preference is that states prioritize teachers. This is a vaccine that's being provided for free to the states by the federal government. Can't you mandate that states prioritize teachers?
We can provide federal guidelines, which is exactly what we've done, but we work in close partnership and coordination with states to make recommendations on the prioritization, and they implement. Of course, the power of the presidency and the power of the vice presidency is certainly conveying what their preference is, which they have both done over the last 24 hours, but that's not how the process has worked, and I don't anticipate that's how it would work moving forward.
Got it. And then the president said yesterday his goal is to have the majority of K through 8 schools open 5 days a week by day 100. What about high schools? What's the goal for them?
I'm not going to set new goals here other than to say that the president wants students to be in school learning with their teachers 5 days a week, and he wants that to happen as quickly as possible and do it safely. And he's obviously said he wants that to happen in the first 100 days. It is harder, and we saw this in the CDC guidelines, but also from many of our health experts, because of social distancing. It is more challenging with older students than it is with younger students. And that, of course, it has to be a factor and something that I'm sure school districts will consider.
But they're also suffering more, aren't they?
Well, again, there's a study that our Department of Education is undergoing to acquire data, to make a determination about recommendations on how to address the impacts. We'll let them speak to that. But I think we can all see anecdotally, of course, what the impact is on older students. We want students to be back in the classroom, but we want to do it safely. And the president's committed to doing that. And
then finally, you said previously that the goal was to have the majority of K through 8 schools open at least 1 day a week in the first 100 days. Last night, President Biden called that a mistake in communication. He wants them open 5 days a week. So can you clarify what is the administration's goal for reopening K through 8 schools in the first 100 days?
Well, I'm not going to take it personally that you don't hang on every word that I say in here. I did say last Thursday that the president will not rest until every school is open 5 days a week. That is our goal. That is what we want to achieve, but we look forward to seeing and hearing the CDC guidelines to gain a better understanding of what steps that will entail or should entail. I also said I can assure any parent listening that his objective, his commitment is to ensure schools are open 5 days a week. So I think we've been consistent for the last several days, and certainly when I initially said 1 day a week, it was our floor, it was not our ceiling, but without a doubt, the president wants schools to open 5 days a week, wants students to be in the classroom, wants to do that safely. We now have some guidelines from the CDC with several mitigation steps. We'll have to work. We need funding to do that. That is a pivotal piece of it. Many school districts need funding. They don't have it. And also we need our Secretary of Education in place to work to implement.
Thank you.
Sure, go ahead.
Another